Now, the second thing that we want to talk about here, and the second component of the Arkestro platform, is embedded recommendations. So we're actually going to leave the Arkestro platform for just a moment and navigate over to Coupa. You can really imagine any system here. We have and can integrate to hundreds of different tools out there. Now, what we're looking at here in Coupa is a purchase request that has not been fully approved yet and turned into a PO. This particular purchase request is for an off-contract, non-catalog item. Looks like there's some MRO for a conveyor belt part that's been requested here. Now, what happened on this request? Well, initially, David, a non-procurement user, submitted it, and then we, Arkestro, acted as the first step in the approval chain. Now, what did we do when we were a part of that approval chain? Well, we checked a couple of different things. We checked the price on this purchase request, and we checked the supplier. Perhaps David saw that this part was broken, called up a supplier, got a quote from them, and plugged that into Coupa as a free text request. So once he did that, we checked the price and the supplier on that quote. And in this case, we thought that the supplier was not the best supplier, and we also felt that there was a better price out there. And we calculated both of those checks using our proprietary machine learning algorithms. So once one or both of those checks fails, what happens? Well, there's a couple of different things we could do. We could choose to add an additional manual reviewer, and that's something that the Arkestro platform can automatically trigger if that's what the customer wants. We can also automatically make corrections. So if we identify a better supplier and know that there's a better price because perhaps we've seen it in your spend history, we can automatically come in and make that correction. Or what a lot of our customers like us to do is automatically launch a spot bid process. And you can see that that's been done right here, where we simply click this link and are taken back into the Arkestro platform, where we can see the results of an automatically executed spot bid process, where we used machine learning to identify additional suppliers that can sell us that part. And we use the Arkestro platform to launch a spot bid with those suppliers to get their quotes. And once one of those suppliers gave a better quote, we were able to come back into Coupa, update that purchase request with the relevant details, and move it along the process. Again, this is a transaction that likely would never get attention from procurement simply because they don't have the bandwidth for it. Arkestro doesn't have a bandwidth problem because it's machine learning and it's always on. And so this is how we are able to act as procurement's eyes, ears, and hands on transactions that would never get their time and attention in the real world.